So welcome one more time, everyone. Welcome to another day of Be Agile Scrum, and I'm going to share my screen just to revise the code of honor for all of us. And the very first code of honor says that show up live, as this is a full of ceremonies, and ceremony demands you to be on live, uh, be on time, and that's the reason once you get placed as a future Scrum Master, you must follow this. That is to be on time, remain punctual, and remain highly committed. Why? Because once you practice it here, that would be quite easy for you to, replicate once you get placed for the ceremonies. And the another associated universal law with this is that how you do anything is how you do everything, and that's the reason you must follow this. The second one says this, that because you are starting this journey as a student, don't be the student, be the full stack student, as many of you are doing all the assignments, doing self research, repeat whatever you have learned. So if you are not doing it, start doing it right away. People who are doing, you are getting the direct response from me as well. And while you are doing so, you will eventually end up starting, success, take the full responsibility of that, or failure, take the full responsibility of that. Why for failure? Because eventually you may go ahead and correct that, and that will remain the trail for the success. The fourth one says that to do so, it really requires the mindset. What kind of mindset? You must be a lifelong learner, to which we call it as a life learning mindset. And to continue to be in this game of learning, you need to be minded. More positive minded you will be, you will find yourself going more complaint free, and more complaint free you will find yourself getting more soaked into gratitude, that increases your happiness level, is corporate's new productivity, reason of new productivity. And fifth one says that on this journey, be a giver. So why you need to be a giver? So first, keep ego away on the path of learning. Again, why? Because it will keep you more spiritually grounded. Again, means that your happiness level increases. As I said, that happiness level increases, and that enhances your productivity, and that is demand of corporate. That's the another reason. And that opens your mind on the path of growth. And while you are learning, and again started already earning or thinking to start earning, then start giving away what you want to more of that. So for that very reason, have an intention to do the charity of giving away 5 or 10% of your earning in the causes where you believe in. Why? Because once you give, you grow, and what you receive, let you survive. That's the one reason. Because I'm sure you are not here just for survival, but for the growth. Um, so don't just give away for the sake of growth, but also start giving away. Also start giving away to inspire others. And while you do so, appreciate what you do, what others do for you. And even something does not happen in your favor, remember that is preparing you for the next improvement. And another associated law with this is that what you appreciate appreciates you back. And that's for that very reason, continue to do so. And sixth code of honor says that while you are doing so, remember to increase your receptivity every single day. And for that very reason, I have been talking about 30 days program, 30 days challenge, that is listening to an audio program, and that you can finish up within 20 minutes, needs to be listened every single day, from day 1 to day 30. In case you get a break of a day, you need to restart from the scratch, and that's the reason you need to listen it for the next 30 days. Link generally I give after the session once you ask me, because remember another universal law, answer is always no until you ask. So I encourage you to ask more questions. Having said so, remember any learning while I'm so much glad that many of you are finding the learnings are going very, very easy for you. So remember that while learnings are going easy for you because you follow golden quadrant of learning, it means that you start any learning with the declaration, with the anchor, and then get into deep learning, and then draw whatever you have learned, and then summarize it within 24 hours in a way that even 5 years old can understand. So are you all ready for the declaration today? Say yes if you all are ready. Yeah.
Yes.
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 So how we are going to do that? We are going to get started with the anchor. Anchor is nothing but the self high five and the clap. So at the count of three, what you are going to do is that at the count of three, you will put the anchor is the self high five and then repeat underline after me. Okay, after me, the selected statement on the screen. Can you all see the selected statement as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So kindly repeat
Yes.
after me. Once I am done reading them, you are going to repeat them. So let's get started. 1, 2, 3, and clap and repeat. I am a quick learner.
I am a quick learner.
Quick learner.
What others can learn and master,
Master, I too can do this.
What others can learn and master, I
I
too can
too
do
can do
that.
that. I too can. Okay. One more time. The next statement. Again, read it after me. Once I'm done reading, then you read what put the anchor with me. Anchor is the clap, the self high five at the count of three. 1, 2, 3, and clap and repeat after me. Because I'm an awesome learner,
Because I'm
Because
also
I'm an awesome learner.
today's
today's
learning is
learning
going to be
be a super duper easy to me.
Today's learning is going to be super
so
duper easy
super
to
duper
me.
easy to do.
Super duper easy to me.
Yeah. It is going to be super duper easy to you because you said so. And let's understand how you are doing. Connection, how we will remain connected. I'm glad this group is super charged up and connecting every single day with me, because I see that there is a no day that we are not connecting together. We are conversing in the group. We are seeing the, this assignments in the group. We are seeing the various movement in this group, and that will keep you connected. So how we are getting connected? Sunday 9:30 p.m. EST for technical session, Monday 9:30 p.m. EST, and Tuesday you need to do the RRP session that enhances visibility, credibility, and marketability. Only you attend this if you need to have a job, and I'm sure all of you here for the job placement. So you are not going to miss even it is getting repeated. Wednesday, do the assignment of Sunday, and Thursday, do the assignment for Monday, and also don't forget to repeat RRP session because of the same reason. And Friday, you can, if assignment is pending, go ahead and continue to complete that. Saturday can be your breather day, relaxation day, or do research or any assignment again pending. Repeat whatever you have learned or prepare your question to get your answer on the Sunday as at least. So are you all aware of this code of honor and agree to follow this entirely?
Yes.
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 Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Absolutely.
So let's get started now to the topic, because we had entered already in the business analysis, and let's see that how it is going to get started. Yeah, just a second. I'm going to share my screen, everyone.
Sir, I have a question. Can I
Yeah.
ask now?
Wait a second. Yeah, who has the question?
I'm Jannat.
Yeah, Jannat, go ahead, please ask.
Actually, I just joined now, so I don't understand. Like, is it the first day or second day, and from when this class has started? I don't have any idea because
Okay,
I
Jannat,
am.
did you miss joining this session, today's session at dot time? Because I had asked you that who is for the first time here. Did
Yeah,
you
I
miss?
told that time maybe I don't know, like it was
Okay,
meet
okay.
or what.
So yeah, Jannat. So first, the thing that you know that when the classes are, and just now I shared, that's number one. Number two, good news for you is that you need to just go through the last session when we started business analysis. Okay. So business analysis track just started last time. It was day one for business analysis, and it will continue to happen. Second, you need to listen to my voice note. By any chance, did you hear my voice note? The latest voice note? No?
Yeah, now I can hear.
No, voice
But
note that was put into the WhatsApp group. last
Oh,
time?
actually, I just paid few hours ago. I am
Okay, okay,
totally new, so I don't have
okay,
any idea of any group. So I
okay, no
actually don't
problem.
know anything.
Okay, okay, Janat. So you are part of the training VA and Scrum group from where you get this link. So you are aware of that group, right?
I was calling someone just 15 minutes ago because I thought today is the first class, so I
Hmm.
just want to join. So
Okay.
that's why I'm not understanding anything. Just give me a like little brief that like how like did I miss many things
No,
or
no, you didn't miss anything. But I was running you through with the code of honor. Did you go through that?
I will, but because I didn't go through anything before this class, but I can do after the class.
Wait, I
Or
was
do you
just
want me to do it now?
no, I was just letting you run through all the classes, this particular code of honor. Did you listen to
Okay.
this? Yeah, did
Yes,
you you listen to this?
I joined few minutes later, but I think
Okay,
yeah.
then you missed a few things. Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
no problem. So don't worry. Just be in the flow. That's number one thing for you. Number two is that just attain the previous session, one class which was done earlier. That's it. Okay.
Where I
Uh,
can get that link of that class, is that
that
recorded?
yeah, everything is recorded, and any
Okay.
recording you get within 24 hours or 48 hours.
Okay,
Is
thank
it
you.
clear? Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
And also, even if you'll go the recording, please listen to that recording, start from 0.1 second and follow each and everything as if you are listening to it as live. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so then everything will be crystal clear to you, and you are
Okay.
on the right path, right track, and just you are starting from now. Okay.
Okay.
So thank you so much. Quickly, you can tell me your educational background and your any work experience if you have. So
Okay.
along with
Yeah.
name and from where you're connected. Yeah, Janab, go ahead.
Yes. I have completed my graduation, Bachelor of Business Administration. My major was marketing, and laterly I completed my master's in business administration, and my major was marketing and HR. So I also did a part-time job in Grameenphone, which is known as Telenor internationally. But in my country, I'm from Bangladesh. So in Bangladesh, Telenor name is Grameenphone. So I was there, a student employee, and I was a customer manager for 3 years there. After that, after completing my graduation, I joined in a retail company as a senior marketing officer. So there I worked for another 3 years. So all of my job experience is in marketing and with customer. So after those, I came to USA in 2018. So just before I came here, I used to do full-time job. So after I came to US with my husband, I had no work permit that time, so I waited for my work permit. So after 2 years, when I got the work permit and the green card, I actually like I was raising my kid, my first baby. So now she's 3 years old and will join school from August. I want to make myself ready for job. So
Ready for
that's
your
what,
okay,
yeah,
awesome, Jannat. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Hello.
Quick, yeah.
yeah,
So you can hear us, right? You can hear me, right?
yes.
Okay, awesome. So welcome to
Today is
Guru
my first
Schools.
day.
Okay, Samira, quickly just introduce yourself. Who are you, from where you are connecting, and your any educational background, and in case you have worked already. So these four things quickly, because we need to start it. Get started. Go ahead, Samira.
My
Over to
name
you.
is Samira. I did my bachelor's from Bangladesh, bachelor's from marketing. I used to work in a school there. I used to be school teacher in one of the school. And I had like almost like 5 years of retail experience in America. It's been like I came in America in 2015. So I worked in Walgreens, Delta Airlines, and all these places. Now my husband's a data scientist. So I was like thinking of doing BA right now.
All right. Thank you so much, Samira. Everyone, please type in the chat window. Welcome, Samira and um, Janat. or just type welcome FT. FT is for first timer. Okay, I want someone to unmute and quickly tell that what did you learn in the last session? What do you remember that you learned last session, in the last session? Okay, anyone who remember that you learned something in the last session?
About business analysis and why the business analysis was needed.
Okay.
Why introduction of business analysis.
Okay, you learned about the business analysis, why business analysis is needed, and what else?
Why business analysis was needed, like gap analysis and all this about thing.
Okay.
Also prerequisite for becoming a BA, that's what also we did.
Yes, you learned about all about business analysis, why it is needed, who is business analyst, what they do, and what is the history of business analysis. This is what we learned together on day one of business analysis. Is that right, everyone? Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is a quick heads up to the new joiner. So let's start gearing up, because last time you also got to know that business analyst focus is towards one thing, and that too we call it as what? Change. That's absolutely right, Yakshi. So business analyst focus is towards the change, and while they are talking about the change to the customer, they also make them agree to go ahead and adapt the change, and they give us one thing that we collect. What do we call that? What do we do? What do we call that one thing that business analysts give it to us, and we start taking note of it?
Requirements.
That's absolutely right, Jens. That's absolutely all right, everyone. So yes, so business analysts' one core job is to gather requirements. So what we are going to do, while we are now aware of that requirement and all, so I'm going to tell you that what today we will learn. So while you will gather the requirement as a future business analyst, you will get to know something about, we will call it as a requirement gathering. While you gather the requirement, you require some tools that will help you to analyze the requirement, and some tools that help you to generate a report of the gathered requirement. Okay, with me so far, everyone? Say yes.
Yes.
Yeah, thank
100.
you. And one more thing is very important, that in this entire journey, you continue to take the different decisions. And for that very reason, today I am let you run through, I'll let you run through with one framework to which we call it as a DDD framework. What do we call it as?
DD.
Yeah, it's DD framework. It means data-driven decision-making framework. Sorry, it's a DDDM framework. It's a data-driven decision-making framework. And I'll touch base one thing to which...
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Excuse me. The framework. Meaning data.
3DM. Okay, so it's a DDDM. So data-driven decision-making framework.
Okay, data-driven decision making.
Yes. So having said so, let me quickly share my screen and tell you that as a business analyst, okay, because you have just now known that what all the activities business analysts do. So what I'm going to do is that I'm quickly share my screen in front of you, and let me know if you can see my screen. Can you all see? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So today I'm going to talk about, I'm going to get started with the tools that minimum you should be aware of, and a few of them are well-known tools, and that tools we are going to get to know and get to see that what all tools minimum as a business analyst you are going to look at. Okay, so first one is, what you see is the tools for business analysis and reporting. One is Microsoft Office, that you generally aware of and continue to do. Like Microsoft PowerPoint is the part of Microsoft Office suite. Okay, how many of you are aware of Microsoft Office? You can say me. And anyone, anyone here who is not aware of that? Anyone who is not aware? Okay, I believe that everyone is aware. Then now the Microsoft Office came and is another substitute in the market, had been really since long. And just a second, give me some few more minutes. All right. So I was talking about this thing that like Microsoft Office, you continue to use for word processing or spreadsheet or something or presentation. Likewise, you have got for word processing another substitute to which we call it as Google Docs. Then you have another tool from IBM to which we call it as a Rational Requisite Pro. Ballast SWOT for SWOT analysis, Pencil, Trello, Smart Draw, Rick, and version 1. So these are the tools. Not all the tools are required for you to. Few of them are very common and that you will end up using that. And again, once you get placed in any company, it's always company's recommendation what tool they want you to use that, and they will ask you to or give you some training, or you can simply Google. If you are not aware of some tools, you can simply go ahead and with you don't need to pay additionally anywhere. Go ahead and even you can learn that how to use any tool. Okay, so I'm talking about tools. Say for example, if you want to learn Jira, if you want to learn Trello, if you want to learn Microsoft Office or spreadsheet, means anything will tell you that how you can operate those tools. Okay, so know-how is quite easy for you to know, and eventually if no one knows that, you can ask anyone and you will get to know how to use that. But there are few tools that I will let you use here in the session, and like Jira, Trello and all that you will eventually come to know. However, apart from these tools, there are few reporting tools we will be talking, but let's see a few of them which I have already spoken. That is analysis and reporting tool. I want someone to quickly read this slide for me. So who can go ahead?
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Analysis and reporting, the following applications of Microsoft Office should come under the best business analysis tool list. MS PowerPoint. This software is used to prepare and deliver formal presentations. A business analyst often faces the situations where he needs to communicate ideas, justify or deliver project updates to stakeholders. And this communication becomes more effective in the form of a presentation through PowerPoint.
All right, thank you so much for reading this out. So one of the important tool that we started with speaking about, that's a PowerPoint, and you will end up using PowerPoint as a future business analyst to do multiple presentation. And yeah, so any formal presentation, and this will be used by business analyst and all the stakeholder. And why you need to do that. And today is for design and design and drawing, and to create some charts, PowerPoint is also used. So one of the tool is PowerPoint. The another one we need to know that is very powerful and may sound so easy, simple and of daily use, but yet more powerful. I want someone to read this for me. Just a second, guys. Just a second. Yeah, I want someone to read this for me.
Analysis and reporting, MS Excel. Data analysis is also a part of the business analysis, and it can be different. I can't see the pivot tables, examining the trends in data, sort and filter data, creating charts or graphs. All the tasks
mentioned
above can be well performed.
Okay,
under
so just give me a moment. I need to change my speaker. Just give me a second. I'm going to change my speaker. All right, confirm me if you all can hear me well.
yes, we
Yes.
can.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you
Yes, so
so
we can
much.
hear you.
And I can also hear you well. So yeah, so thank you so much for reading this out as well. So we were talking about another tool, that is MS Excel, and what you can do is that you can examine the trend of the data. You can collect the data, you can clean the data by sorting and filtering, and based on sorting and filtering of data, you can prepare some chart and graph and dashboard, and you can prepare various reports in MS Excel. So MS Excel is something will be very, very useful for all of you in the business analysis work. So having said that, this was for PowerPoint and MS Excel. The another one is MS Word. So MS Word is for word processing. Here also you can design various UML diagrams. UML diagram is unified modeling language that comes with the various diagrams that you need to use it. And in any UML diagram, every UML diagram is the foundation of flowchart. What is the foundation of those diagram, everyone?
Flowchart.
Flowchart.
Flowchart. And I'm sure that you might be aware of the flowchart. In case not, you will get to see it over here. And any solution architect or any technical architect can generate their architecture diagram as well. The another important is that the same thing goes in MS Visio as well. Like in Microsoft Word, you can create various object shape and smart art chart, and these all things can be done in MS Visio, and these all things can be done in one more tool, to which we call it as lucidchart.com. So far we have only spoken about the easy tools. Okay, so why we need to know about it? Because while collecting the requirement, we need to know about them. So when you will collect the requirement, you need to know that what all the type of requirements are. Okay, so see, the thing is that you eventually collect the requirement of business. Okay, and when you collect the requirement for business, you are providing a simple solution to a problem. Okay, so that's the reason there are generally two types of business requirement. One is stakeholder requirement and solution requirement. When we talk about stakeholder requirement, a requirement where you mention about all the resources that you need to develop a certain system. So resources can be your hardware, software, people working for you. Okay, you mention all those things, and software again, as I said. And solution requirement will be of two types: functional and non-functional requirement. One thing you see here about transition requirement. Transition requirement means one existing system is getting transferred or getting migrated into the new system, and for that migration, what all needs are needed, that comes under transition requirement, and more to do with the database and all. Okay, with me so far, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah, any question
Okay.
around it? Whatever I have. Okay, whatever I have
Uh,
spoken. Yeah, go
Can
ahead.
I, so
Yeah.
business requirement, can you just do it again? It's interesting. Can you just come again briefly?
Okay, so I did not mention much. As I said, that everything is about gathering the requirement of business, and that undergoes in two types. That is stakeholder, that has to do with collecting all the resources. Under resources comes, software, hardware, people. So all the means details are gathered over here, that what you need. And then comes the solution requirement. Solution requirement is of two types, functional and non-functional. Another is transition requirement, means existing system getting migrated from existing to the new one, and that has to do with more database, and that information gets gathered under transition requirement. When we are talking about solution requirement, it's again of two types, functional. You see here, it is all about the functionality, the feature, the usability and capability and operation of a product. I mean, if you are talking about the clicking a button, how does it function? Okay, everything. If you're talking about flipping a page by clicking a button, how does it function? So everything.
FROD, sorry, sir. So FROD,
did I mention anything about that word? It's words
functional
that
requirement, right?
the words which I have not used, please don't mention that. Yeah, if
Okay.
you are talking about only functional requirement, yeah, the functional requirement is only to do with functions. Okay. Yeah, non-functional requirement has to do with the performance, stability, security, and technicality. Okay, performance, when we'll talk about that, sometime it may happen that you are trying to click on the page or clicked on a link, and that link is taking too long time to populate the data or the user interface or the look of that screen. It's taking time to load that. That happens because of the performance issue. Okay, with me so far?
Yeah,
It's not stable. It is not navigating from one screen to another screen because it is not stable. Okay, security, it means that if you are in the third page of a software or third page of a website, and that you do some changes in the website address, and you end up opening that page which you have not yet accessed, that is because of the security breach. Okay, and anything more technical, that comes under non-functional. Now let me quickly tell you the word where you gather the functional information, that goes under functional requirement document. Okay, to which sometime we also call it as a FRD or FSD, functional specification document. Is it clear?
FSD, okay.
Yeah, more technical it will be gathered into all the technical information into TRD or TSD, to which we call it as a technical specification document or technical requirement document. Okay. Yeah. Is my voice still breaking? My voice is
It's clear on my side.
No, it is clear on our side.
Okay. So in case someone is facing, please check at your end, Medhavini, that if it is not clear at your end, then yeah. So like your voices were breaking for me, so I had to change my speaker. Okay. So yeah. So yes, so this was for functional and non-functional requirement. Let's go ahead and talk about requirement. Okay, so here is one of the example of the requirement. So when you collect a requirement, remember few things. Okay, you need to understand what of the requirement, where this particular requirement will be placed, when it will trigger, and why you are gathering this requirement. While you are collecting these all requirement, you need to also understand that you are writing this. And this is very important. Where is my cursor? What you are looking at? You need to write this as well.
Assumptions.
Yeah, assumption. So you cannot miss anything which you are assuming in a requirement. So you need to mention that part, that we are assuming as a part of requirement, that these are activity we will be doing. And while you are assuming the things, you mention that whether you are including that or excluding that. So inclusion and exclusion defines one thing, to which we call it as what? So when you define inclusion or exclusion of a requirement, this is also called as, do you know what it is called as when you define what to include, what not to include?
Scope.
That's absolutely right. We are defining the scope over here, to which we call it also as a scope creep. Okay. So this is one of the example where we are talking about a PayPal button. How many of you know PayPal?
I know.
Okay. Anyone who does not know about PayPal?
I'm familiar with it. I do it all the time.
Okay, so you all are familiar with it. So we are talking about integration of PayPal in one of the system. When exactly it has to happen? Within the step 3 of 4 in the checkout experience. Okay, after the shipping address, it means that this PayPal button is getting a part of some e-commerce website. With me so far? Yeah.
Yeah.
And in that website, customer wants you to put PayPal integration. Why PayPal? Because it's kind of a one-click method. You don't need to enter, more security details and more CVV number or, one-time password,
Instant
credit
money
card.
transfer.
Yeah, it's a simple money transfer. Okay. So when exactly you want it to happen? So for the easy checkout experience, just you finish the address, detailing out the shipping address. And the moment you confirm that, just before you are going to confirm that, before that, the PayPal has to be integrated so that you can click that and make the payment. Why? Because an established integration of PayPal is a better solution than a robust custom built integration for a payment service in this case, because it easily meets client requirement. As I said, that for easy payment method. Okay. Again, the person who is collecting this requirement with more detail here is also talking about the assumption. He says that flat fee for all shipping and handling will be taken. Okay. All shipping is within the US only, and it is not including Alaska or Hawaii. Okay. And any additional charges that includes the taxes that will not be applied. He goes more specific because he mentions something about exclusion. By the way, everyone is following what I am reading. I'm just not reading.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
also trying to
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
make you easy.
So,
And
so
also,
you're communicating.
okay,
Can I,
thank you so much.
can I give a scenario, please, so you can?
No. You please don't give right now. Okay, I'll ask you after the slide is done. Is that
Thank
okay,
you.
James? Yeah.
100.
Okay, so exclusion is that where it is mentioned over here that custom shipping and handling fee is getting calculated, that you are excluding over here. Shipping internationally, that you are excluding here. Already in the assumption you have mentioned about that shipping within US only, not in Alaska and Hawaii, and that's the reason in the exclusion also you are mentioning that it will not be in Alaska and Hawaii or any another tax rule that you are mentioning over here. Remember why you need to mention these all in details, because it says that the smaller the delta between client expectation and reality with their digital product, the happier your client is going to be with the end result. And you remember that all of you ultimately, be it business analyst or scrum master or product owner, you are not in case you are going to be a CEO of a company, that's good, but at least you can become a CDO of a company, each one of you. And what do we mean by CDO? Who remember that?
Customer delight officer.
Exactly. Absolutely. So that should be your intent, because you continue to serve in better manner and you bring more, useful changes on the table that can generate more win-win situation for your client as well as for you and for your company as well. So it is going to be a win-win and win situation for all of you when you focus and have such intention. Yeah, James, quickly add what you wanted
Yes.
to say.
So please,
Scenario.
I'm not trying to bring us back, because we are learning, so it's an an iterative process so I can go back and comfort and let you know what's going on. I was opportune to, I have a friend who is a BA, a senior BA. So what I did was like, while I'm going to this class, I go to his house 2 days in a week to see him attend stand-up meetings and stuff like that. I did realize that normally, from my own understanding and perspective, we are supposed to collaborate first with the stakeholder or the product owner, right? So we can discuss issues about what we're gonna do, the requirement gathering and everything. And I was thinking we can present that to the Scrum Master. But you know, in the situation I noticed, the Scrum Master was the one collaborating directly with the product owner. You know what I mean? And the Scrum Master was the one telling the BA the requirement for him to do. So I was in a meeting and the developer is like a boss. He was like, okay, what do you want us to do and everything? The Scrum Master was the one giving the BA the jobs that has to be done, right? Which is perfectly okay. So, and I asked my friend, I said, when these requirements were being gathered, why were you not aware of this and what you have to do? And I said, yes, I was consulted. These were the requirements, but in this situation, the Scrum Master was the person that was aligning directly with the product owner. You know, different company has different certifications. He works with BMW. You understand what I mean? So I want to be sure of what we are doing, because I was thinking we get a requirement, we work directly with a product owner or the stakeholder, we get a requirement, and we be the one to present it to the we are a team anyway, you know what I mean?
No, I don't understand. Just confirm me. Your question is that you actually want to know how does business analyst work? Is that your question?
Yes. It does this business analyst come before the Scrum Master, because we are supposed to be, because if you look at the SDLC, it says the business analyst and the stakeholder or the product owner go about the requirement gathering and everything with the scope, everything together. After analysis, then the developer comes in before everything is gone. The Scrum Master is a supervisor. Let's just use that word, right? So how can a Scrum Master oversee the duty of a BA in an organization where a BA is supposed to be collaborating directly with the stakeholder? Because I noticed that and I saw it myself.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much for asking this question. So, okay. Anyone wants to say something on this? Okay, no, then I'll tell you the answer about it. See, first of example, you all are here to become a future business analyst and Scrum Master. Did I tell you in the past why we have brought this combo course? Okay, why business analysis and Agile Scrum together? Have I ever mentioned this earlier? I'm not asking this. No, I'm not asking this question to those people who joined just few sessions back. At least if you have heard me from last 10 session, you know the drill. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to repeat that, and I believe I'm recording this. See, the thing is that Agile and Scrum guide comes with certain guidelines, certain principle, and certain do's and don'ts. Okay, they have their values, they have their principles. Okay, Scrum guide says that Scrum Master has to do certain activities. He or she cannot involve in any another activity other than that. He cannot have multiple projects as well. Okay, so few things are just strict don't about it. Don't for Scrum Master. However, companies knows about it. They have the Scrum body. Okay, Scrum body knows about it. However, how today the business is happening, you need to understand that as well. Okay, when business is happening, when you look for some new job description or some new job opening, you go through the description. If it is for business analysis description, they will also mention that he should be able to do certain activity which are done by Scrum Master as well. Okay, why they are asking for this? Okay, if Scrum Master has to be in certain rules, in one project, Scrum Master who has been hired as a business analyst, he will be working as a business analyst. And the another project, if there is a no need of business analyst, he might be asked to work as a Scrum Master. And that's the reason when they are opening a job opening for Scrum Master, they mention few things which activities are done by business analyst as well. Why I'm able to say? Because I have seen such information multiple times. Okay, is happening with our own students of good schools only. Okay, that's number one. Number two, what exactly happened once you get placed in corporate? You come from a certain experience, or if you are attending this training and you have already certain experience, your mind is designed in a way it end up comparing that. Okay, it end up comparing that in last company we worked as a Scrum Master, business analyst in that manner, or we knew the agile in this way, but in this company they are following agile in total different way. They are simply skipping retrospective meeting. And in our learning, we have learned that retrospective meeting for agile is very, very important.
Important, yeah.
Yeah. So how
Okay,
they...
sir. Okay, sir.
Let me complete that first question, then jump into the second comment. Okay, James?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what exactly happened when they are skipping? You tend to compare that and understand here that every company is different and their different working style is different. Agile demand only one thing, that is continuous incremental delivery, fast delivery. Okay, if it is meeting the purpose of this, it means you are at the right track.
Okay. Okay, that's what I wanted to ask.
Okay, that's number two. Number three, business analyst job is to collaborate, as James is saying, not only business analyst job. We have spoken about having a cross-functional and self-organizing team. Do you remember that? Every one of you remember that cross-functional and self-organizing team?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It says that it does not have to report to anyone. Okay, it does not have to be led by anyone. It is self-organizing, take full responsibility, take ownership and accountability, work in group and cheer each other. Okay, they don't disturb each other, and in case any impediment is there, for that Scrum Master is there. Okay. Excuse me. So what exactly happens if this is what is supposed to be done by the entire team? How someone will showcase or guide that, hey, you are missing this, hey, you are missing that? You know why Scrum Master can do that? In case you are working on certain user story, you have not moved the user story from doing to done, then you will be asked, hey, you complete your job, otherwise it is creating a bottleneck for others. So in that case, Scrum Master will always keep on asking you to certain activity which you are supposed to do and you have not done, and Scrum Master is for that. Do you again get it, James?
Yeah, 100, sir. Yeah, I'm learning this because you have to learn how to deal with such situations. Because I also noticed when I was working, there was an encounter with a difficult BA.
Yeah, James, I understand. So let's do one thing. In case you have further question with your experience, is it okay if we can answer them later?
Because
and
with
you
the time zone, sometimes when the BA is in a different time zone and you're on a different time zone, they want you to do some things done on their own time zone, and you are in a different time zone as well. So if they want to hold a meeting with you and you're not in the same time zone with them, you need to really have a very good understanding. This is a wide scope of understanding when it comes to BA in Scrum and working together with people. And I'm happy about this because I'm learning. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I didn't understand the concept of time zone, what you were telling, but yeah. Anyways, so yeah, work together. So that's the concept. So let's go ahead and understand this requirement example I shared. But when you arrive at this requirement example, which has been again roughly written as a piece of requirement, but as a business analyst, you take it in a process. You take it in a step-by-step manner. So initially what happens with product owner, customer discuss something that, hey, I want to develop one requirement and I want your people to be in this meeting so that you can have the detailed requirement. Do you know what all the process one business analyst undergo for collecting the requirement? Do you all know that? Say yes if you know, if say no if you don't know.
No.
Okay. And how many of you would like to know that what all the processes he undergoes?
We are learning. We are learning.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
we want to learn.
We are
Okay,
learning.
so here it is. First, when you be the part of that meeting, what you need to do is that continue to take the notes, because this is the conversation going on and you cannot afford to miss any spatial mention or any unique unique description from the client end. So in the first meeting, you continue to take the notes from the client and product owner conversation. Here, product owner, you and client can exchange the question and answer. Second step, what the notes you have taken, you go back and make it more creative. Okay, if some additional information you want to add, you can add. In the meeting itself, you can go ahead and become more creative. You can add. The third step, you make some annotation. Okay, so in this annotation, annotation is pictorial representation. Okay, it's all about business process modeling notation. Business, whatever the requirement has been gathered, it talks about the business process that you model it in a pictorial manner, and that's how you are annotating it. There are ways and methods to annotate that, so that we will learn shortly. However, till third step, you have gathered the requirement, taken the notes, made it creative, added some pictorial representation. Now you pick a document. Okay, now let's talk about the business requirement document or functional specification document. There are multiple documents, okay, that a company have. But today the thing has been so much easy that you need not to have all the documents in a separate document, but you can translate all the documents in form of tickets and keep it posted inside your ticket management system like Jira, Azure DevOps, or Trello. Okay, with me so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's the, so what you will do, all those notes that you have taken and pictorial representation, that you are going to put it into a template. So template of requirement document either will be provided by the company itself, or in case you are forming your own company, you and you want to refer, there are n number of multiple templates available on the Google search, business requirement document template, or FRD functional requirement document template. You will get thousands of template. Download one that is more suitable to you. There are certain elements undergo into the requirement document that we will see very soon when we will be reading about what all the annotation you create. And once your document is ready, then you talk to everyone in the company, explain that document and answer their question as well. That is called as holding an internal review. Once internal review is done, then you send back this document to the person who gave you requirement. And who is that person?
Customer.
Customer.
Stakeholder.
Yes. Yeah, stakeholder, customer,
The
sponsor.
stakeholder, right?
Yeah.
That's the
So
stakeholder.
that goes to customer or sponsors, and they give you a go whether they agree or disagree. Or generally what happens nowadays, they don't have much time to read the requirement, but they skim through it. So they may take time to responding you, as to which we call it as a signing of a document by customer. If they are taking time, you may mention that we will wait for this till this time to till this time, and if not, we will start using that document, so that can be communicated. Okay, so you should not wait for the signing off. Having said so, there are multiple ways you need to take some decision whether to put this information, or if you need to mention something. You need to take some decision as a business analyst, or you want to help your customer to take some decision. So one thing we know, so one of the framework we are going to know about is called as data-driven decision making. Okay, it has got some cycle. I want someone to read from step 1 to step 5. Who can read that? Go ahead.
I'll do it.
Yes.
Sir, one small question.
Yeah.
So what is RG in RG process,
Okay,
what is
thank you
the
so much. So for asking this. So RG process is requirement gathering process. Okay.
sorry, sir, I couldn't requirement.
Gathering process. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So now I want someone to read from step 1 to step 5. Please go ahead and read that.
Step 1, define the problem. Step 2, analyze the data. Step 3, develop insights. Step 4, test the insights. And step 5, review the results. Thank you. Data-driven decision.
Yeah. So there are 5 stages of data-driven decision, and that you need to be very much sure. Okay. And now I'm giving you the hook over here, the drill over here. Always, and always, if you want to take any decision, you need to ask the right question. Okay. If your question is not crisp, if your question is not narrowed down, if your question is followed by multiple questions at once, anywhere in this entire world, you will not reach to the solution. Okay. So you need to be so much crisp that you are able to define the problem. Okay. So the more your problem is specific, the more specific solution or multiple specific solution you may get. Are you all getting that? What do we mean by defining the problem? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So ask the right question to get the right problem. And then whatever the problem you are undergoing, you need to analyze the data behind that why this problem occurred. So you can shift towards the more narrowed problem. Okay. Then more data you will have, you can analyze that data, and based on the data you will develop, you may be able to see the trend, how the data is changing, and then you can develop some insight. That insight will bring you multiple decisions. Okay. And those decisions, one by one, you can go ahead and test them. Okay. And the test which has been passed, that you are going to apply that, because you have reviewed the result of that. The moment, so what happens after any test, you get either pass or fail, whether test will be successful or it will be failure or unsuccessful. With me so far, everyone agree with this? Any test leads to the pass or fail. Yeah.
Yes.
So you will review that result, and based on that you can take some decision. So for that very reason, I am going to give you one example. So before I give you one example, what example I am going to give you on the online marketing. Okay. Online marketing, say for example, you are trying to search something on Google. Okay. Okay. When you are searching something on Google, you see that there are multiple, things. I mean, multiple ads are also populated at the head. Have you seen that? Yes. So, okay.
Yes.
So multiple, and that is on Google. Second is on Facebook. How many of you have seen that you are scrolling down the feed, you come across some ads? Have you seen that?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's talk about search ads. So I will more or less will be referring towards the Google ads, not the Facebook ad. So what is the example one is telling? The person says that, now he mentions the problem. The problem is I'm not making any money from advertising campaign. What he says, he is not making money from the advertising campaign, means his money is getting spent, okay, on the advertisement, but he is not able to get good return on the investment, good return on ad spend properly. Okay, so that's the reason he's claiming. So now let's try to define the problem. Problem is means that he's telling that he is not making enough money, okay, from the advertising campaign. It means that he has certain goal in his mind. Do you all agree with that? Certain goal means money goal. Okay, he want to achieve or she wants to achieve. So here he mentions that he's falling short of his revenue goal. Okay, because he had certain goal. Then what he does, he analyzes the data from the past and he sees that he is missing the leads goal, key performance indicator by 50%. In the past, say for example, now how does it work? So let me quickly give you one example. So the example is that you run an ad, okay? You run an ad, okay? And what happens, that ads is targeted to the customer, okay? To demographic, to country, that ad is targeted to, okay? So it means that the ad run has to be reached, okay? So reach has to be increased, okay? And when you are reaching to your customer, it has to be impressed upon the reaches, okay? There should be impression on the reaches, and if impression is good, then you will see there will be certain reaction onto that, okay? If impression is good, you will see some reaction. If reaction, or you may say engagement, reaction or engagement in that ad, okay? People may give the likes to the or reaction to that ad, or may ask certain question, okay? Engagement. So once engagement happens, then what you see, people go and fill the form or inquire about it, okay? Inquire about it. So that the moment customers information come in, it generates one thing to which we call it as a lead, okay? Because customers information is there with you. With me so far? Yeah. And once lead is there, not all the people will be the buyer of it, okay? So maximum what will happen, 20% of them will buy the product or the service, okay? To which we call it as a conversion. With me so far? Yeah. So you run an ad and say, for example, you spend certain dollars, say for example, $100. Okay. So $100 is distributed to USA to 10,000 people, say for example. It will reach to only 10,000 people. I'm just giving you example. Now what happens in 10,000, out of 10,000, impression appears on not the entire 10,000 people, but the way algorithm generally works is in a way that 20% out of that, the deduction will continue to happen. It means that it will be impressed by 20% of 10,000 people. What is 20% of 10,000? Is 2,000.
2000.
Okay. So impression will be done by 2,000 people, but reaction will again come only not by everyone, but minimum 20% of 2,000 people. Means how many reaction you may expect, reaction or engagement?
200.
200.
No, 2,000's 20% will be 400.
400.
400.
Okay.
20%.
Okay, again, it's 20% people will become your lead, and that how much will be 400's 20% will be how much?
80.
80. So if 80 people are there, and then how much conversion it may give? Again, 20% of that.
20%.
Then again, only 16 people.
16.
Okay, so this has to be flow like this. So why I'm giving you these information so confidently and so with the firmness, because I have experienced myself as well that whenever you run any advertisement online, it works in that way that you end up getting 20% result of that. And this is how does it flow. You cannot expect directly that $100 you spend and you get back $100. Say for example, your product's price is $2. Okay, how many dollar, everyone? $2.
$2.
Yeah. So are you really making enough money? 16 to that $32 only. You have spent already $100 but in return you are making $32. Say for example, if your price is $4, you will be somewhere making $48. Again, you are not really making break even. So because you are aware of how you became aware of that, because you analyze the data in so much detail. With me so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now
Yes.
let's go back to this example and look more into detail what exactly he has to say. He says that he analyzed that I'm missing my leads. Okay, if he will have more leads. So how many leads we have created? 80 leads we had, right? So in case he will have, say for example, 50% more, I mean 160 leads, then he would have around 32, 32 conversion. Okay, so that is one of the example, but as per him, the 50% could be a different number. Initially, he might be getting leads of 50 people, or product price would have been different. Okay, again, trying to relate with this example. So he decided that he's missing lead goal KPI by 50% because he calculated my product or services prices, say for example $4 or $7 or $10. Okay, so for that, whatever the number as in a lead he is getting, he may calculate that 20% of that lead may get me the conversion. If I increase, if I get more 50% leads, I may go ahead and make some more money and can have recovered my ad spend. So what he does, he develops the insight based on the data, and he says that he is missing out on 75% of search impression share due to lack of advertising budget. Now, I was giving you one example over here, okay? And let me quickly let you go back in the whiteboard. And in that I said that because he is spending only $100, and that's the reason it is only reaching to the 10,000 people. Okay, now he developed the insight. Okay, so because I am only spending $100, that's the reason it is going to only 10,000. If I increase more 75%, so in $175, this Google may help me to reach 100,000 people. Okay, direct jump will happen because it has got some threshold. He got to know about how this works. So he developed that insight, and that's the reason he mentioned this thing. Okay, what he mentions? He mentioned this thing that he says that he's missing out on 75% of search impression due to lack of advertisement button. Now he wants to test something, and he says that increase advertising budget by 50% for 30 days and test it. And then what happens? Increased ad budget, improved impression, share, result in lead KPIs, and that is being achieved and revenue goal is realized. Okay, so this is a simple step. And when you are doing this for online marketing, let me quickly tell you, you can do it for any damn thing in this world. Any problem, put it into DDDM framework and you will have the result. Okay, with me so far?
Yes.
100.
Okay, so now let's understand what exactly gone inside. What kind of question you asked? Okay,
Yes,
so
yes, sir. From the last slide, it means the more investment, like that was like a financial investment, right? They had to increase their resources to make sure they get better results, right? Okay, so finance matters when it comes to business insights, getting good results, and business development. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm just taking key notes.
No problem. So yeah, so DDMM, what exactly you did? You defined the problem, you analyze that, you develop the insight, you test it, and you get the result. So problem you defined very well, that the person said that he is missing short of revenue goal. So during analysis, you ask a question. What was that? What question you asked?
You talking to me?
I'm talking to each one of you. Okay.
Oh, sorry, I was
Yeah.
busy taking notes.
No problem. So what question you need to ask after to develop the analysis?
And you have the analysis, then you have to proceed to.
Okay, James, don't try. Let everyone respond. Okay.
Okay.
So I have selected the word, the question you need to ask. So you need to ask the question to which we call it as a what. Behind the problem, you need to ask the what. Okay, is it clear, everyone?
Yeah.
So you are going more deeper. To develop the insight, you will ask this question.
Requirements.
So
Why
what?
it is
Okay, you are able to see my screen, everyone, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So to develop the analysis, you ask this question.
Okay.
To develop the insight, you ask this question. And what is this?
Why?
Why? Then you have the insight now by asking this question. Now you need to test it. Okay. And to complete the test, you will ask this question.
how.
Yes,
How.
this is how. And once you will ask the test, ask the question of how, then you will see the result of it. Okay. I want someone to read this 1 and 2 for me. Anyone who has not read
This
it
is,
before.
thank you. This is
I'll do it.
SD.
Sorry.
James, what is the question? Do you have any
No,
question
I said
to
thank
ask?
you. This is, I want to read it. I said this is
Okay.
SDLC, a
No.
software
You
life
have
cycle.
already read it. So please allow someone else to read it.
I apologize.
Okay,
No.
it's okay. Okay,
Go ahead, someone.
okay, I will. The problem, I'm falling short of my revenue goal. 2, analyst, the what? I am missing my monthly lead acquisition goal, KPI, by 50%.
Yeah, just a second. Thank you so much for reading this out. So what exactly happens? The moment you ask the question, he's falling short of my revenue goal. Then the question you are going to ask, so what? Okay, so what? There the analysis develop, and then you end up saying that the person is missing the monthly lead acquisition goal KPI. So the asking the what brings the impact. Okay, and that's the reason you need to ask that. I want someone to read point number 3 for me. Any new person.
Sure. Inside the why. I'm missing out on 75% of my search impression due to lack of advertising budget compared to my closest bid competitors.
Yeah. So the moment you answer, so what, then you give the actual more narrowed problem. Okay, what exactly happened? You are getting more clearer. So then you ask the question why. Okay, then it gives you some wow factor or aha factor. The reason behind this is this. So you go more narrower. Now you are going more narrower. You know exactly what you need to do. So your why does not only bring the root cause, but also it gives some, some ways that you can choose to apply to test it. Okay. And when you have ways to test it, then you ask the right question, the how. And I want someone to read the point number 4.
Test.
Mhm.
Okay. The how. I am going to test increasing my advertising spend by 50% of the course of a month to see if I can increase my search impression share.
Right. So what exactly happened? Now you have the why, and for testing, you ask this question that how to test. Then means you, as I said, that it does not just give you the problem, but the ways to solve it. And you ask the right question. Okay, how to do that? Then it gives you the right way that what exactly you are going to do about it. Okay, and you have some action plan, and you put it into the test. Then you develop the result. And this 5th result, I want someone to read for me. A new person who has not yet read.
Result.
Go ahead.
Increasing my advertising budget resulted in a 100% increase in search impression share, resulting in lead acquisition goal KPI being achieved. I have compared these results against my return on advertising spent, ROAS, and return on investment ROI figures for the last 30 days compared to previous month. And I can see improvements here as well.
Yeah, thank you so much for reading this out. So now you have tested it and the result is in front of you in terms of what ROA is there and what ROI is there and for how long. For 30 days, you had decided that you will continue to do this, and within 30 days, what kind of result you had. And ultimately, again, when you will analyze that, you will see whether it is more profitable or not. And he has given the right result, that it has increased the 100% result. Okay, so I have laid it down. It is just laid it down in the previous slide itself in more detail, but here it is written for you to understand that what question help you to bring out what result. Okay, so is it clear to everyone, or do you have any question about DDDM framework? Any problem you put inside, let follow these 5 steps and you will have the fantastic result. Okay, any question around it? If no, we can.
Sir,
Yeah, go ahead, Yakshi.
no, it's Neeru here.
Okay, Neeru.
Yeah, I have a question. So this is like more leading us to like data analysis. So is it that?
Oh, yeah, that helps you in data analysis. In fact, you need to know, see, the business analyst has to work a lot of things. A business analyst has to give more reason when you are proposing the change. Okay, so few things business analysts need to know, that what customer has tried as well. If not, you will ask the right question. Have you tried this, that, those as well? If not, why you are want to develop? You need to know the objective of customer. Then only you meet the objective of your goal of your customer as well, because you are not just working for your own self. You are not putting you are not suggesting everything which is not needed by customer. It has to be needed by customer. Okay, and that solution only you are providing. If you can develop some insight, say for example, tomorrow you are going to customer who is facing the same problem of online marketing. Okay, you suggest to that person, okay, why don't you develop one software, or get designed a software, or seek for some software that not only in this budget only enhances your 100% but 100% revenue, or return on investment. In the same budget, your ad should be reaching to the multiple online marketing platform. Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me, guys. Yeah. So what I was telling, that and you discover that, okay, there is some software. So what do you mean by that? You went ahead into more question and answer, and you say that, okay, so let's develop one utility. Okay, and that is small utility software, and with one click it will be advertised on Facebook, Google, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, and all the social media platforms. Okay, and the cost of this software is this. So you are suggesting a solution, but it should be also helpful for you. Why you are suggesting a solution there? Because then you will test their result. Okay, on Twitter you spend separately $30, on this you are spending separately $70. All the data you bring in front of a customer, and you help them to take a decision. With me so far? Yeah. So it's all about taking the decision. And yes, so data analysis can be the part of business analysis as well. So what you do, so how you can analyze such data? So if tools are there, then you can analyze. Tools are there, then you can analyze at least using those tools. If tools are not there, can you at least use the Excel to analyze those data? Okay, definitely you can do that. So there are multiple ways to analyze those data. So here you see business analytics with Excel. Okay, so this is the next topic. I want someone to read this bullet for me.
Yeah, I'll read.
Yeah, go ahead.
The focus of business analytics is data and reporting, analyzing past business performance and predicting future business performance. The focus of business analysis is functions and processes, identifying business needs and recommending solutions.
Yeah. So now you get the drill. That's it's all about recommending the solution. Then only you do that. Now, quickly, what I am going to do is that I'll be inviting you for a separate session. Okay, that is going to be Thursday or Friday around 8 p.m. EST. Will that be fine for all of you?
Yes,
What-
sir.
Yes,
Thursday
sir.
and Friday,
Yes, sir.
Thursday and Friday, 8 p.m.
100.
8 p.m. or 8:40 p.m. EST. So I am going to invite all of you. Okay. So will that be all right to all of you?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
100.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I
Yes.
don't want any one of you to ask me any question over there. Okay. So just promise me that you are not going to ask. Whatever you understand there. And whatever you don't understand, you are going to ask me in the group, not over there. Because that is going to be very compressed session. Okay. Just for 1 hour, not more than that. And I need to jump to conduct in the second class. Okay. And there I'll
Okay.
be going more detail towards the data analysis that I'm going to teach using Excel. Okay.
Yes.
Sir, any if we can do
Okay.
it.
You are better than collaborate.
So someone said something.
Yeah,
So,
sir, any
sir,
possibility for photograph?
Jay, I'm not able to hear you well. So please again repeat that.
sir,
Any
is it going to be on both days, Thursday as well as on Friday?
Thursday as well as on Friday. So do you have any clash on
Yeah,
that
I have
day?
other commitments on Friday, so
No
that's the
problem, no problem. So even you miss that, see, this is not mandatory. This is something additional I'm doing. So even if you get to know on Thursday, you will have the fair idea. Okay, that what exactly
Got it.
goes behind the scene.
And
Okay.
is that going to be recorded?
Yeah, that recording will be there, but that recording will not be shared with you all. Okay, so those who can attend that, only they will get benefited out of it. Okay, this is something additional I'm doing for you. So any other question, Gunjan? You had some another question or the same question of recording?
Yeah, it was about recording. You answered it.
Okay, no problem. So anyway, so we are good now. So we have learned more about. I'll quickly give you one example if you want to, go through by your own self how you can explore data analysis using Excel. Okay. So for that very reason, I want to share my screen in front of you. Okay. So let
Yes,
me
sir.
see.
So we're discussing now the class is over. Can I ask a favor, please?
Yeah. What is the question? Please ask.
Yeah, my son is looking at open an I'm learning from him too. He wants to have an E-Trade barter website, right? So I'm thinking myself to be like a business analyst because he's the product owner. You know what I mean? He owns a product. I'm a business analyst. So I want to walk through him with this. He's 12 years old, and I'm just got into GSS1 was called in Nigeria, but in America, I think they call it elementary school. Yeah, and he was born here anyway. So I will need your advice from time to time. You know what? I just want to use it as a practice. You know what I mean?
Wait,
You know.
James, don't jump on anything. I'm going to give you some projects to work upon. Okay, you need to work.
Please.
So hang on. So just don't rush that. I'm planning to do that, and just go with the process with in a step-by-step manner. So many things are.
I want to bring him in very importantly because I want him to be because he's going to read business administration.
So listen to me first. Okay, so things will be given to you to do some activity. If you learn that, if you want to teach your son, you can go ahead and teach that. Okay, but you as a student, you will be undergoing lot many things, so that you need to explore with the team. So just hang on, have patience, and be in the flow. In case you have any question, then you can ask me. Okay. All right. So no problem. So here it is. Thank you so much. You open Excel. So how an Excel data analysis helps you to support the data analysis? For that, remember, you must have some somewhere data collected. Okay. Say, for example, I have collected this data. Okay. So this data is here. Okay, multiple seats are there. So remember, in Excel, what you do, okay, this is a dummy data. Okay, you must go to file, okay, then go to options, okay, in the Excel, and in file option and then Excel, you need to go to add-ins. Okay, the moment you will go to add-ins, you see here manage Excel add-ins. Okay, can you all see that? And then
Yes.
click here, go. The moment you click here on the go, then you have certain tools. Okay, so you analyze, you take this analysis tool pack and solver add-in. Say, for example, I have taken. The moment you click this, then you get some additional thing over here, and where it is. So let me quickly check that if you have that or not. Home and okay, data, go to data, and in data you will have the additional button, to which we call it as a data analysis. When you will click on this data analysis, what all kind of analysis you can do, that you get to know here. ANOVA, what is ANOVA and all. So these all things are the part of data analysis track. So there you get to learn about this regression and all, what all these kind of analysis are. F-test to sample for variance. These are all part of data analysis. You need not to jump into that. It is only for data analyst. But additionally, I'm going to tell you that how you can analyze some data if you have already data in Excel. Okay, is that clear? So remember, this button has to be there for doing data analysis through Excel. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And you need not all of you to take a deep dive into this. It is not for you. Your job is learn business analysis, and maximum you will understand many tools of doing the business analysis. Okay. Flowchart dependent tools that you will get to learn more out of that. Is it clear? Yeah.
Yeah.
Any question around it? Any question? I take
Not
this.
really.
I take
So-
this
No
silence
question.
as no question. So yes, thank you so much. Then I'm done for today. And tomorrow we will be learning more in detail about models and tools that is necessary for you to learn. Okay. So quickly from Jannat, I understand this is very first time you were undergoing this. What do you feel now that it was your day one, but actually we are in the day two of business analysis? What do you feel like saying now?
I feel like I will see the video at night and will adjust that lackings of my knowledge which I missed in the first class. So I'm not worried about that. But today I think if I can synchronize the first day and this class, I'll be in better position next day.
Yeah. So, but you were able to understand all those things which I was talking about, DDDM framework, like online marketing, how you were taking decision and all. Was it easy to understand for you?
It was
Or-
easy to understand.
Okay, thank you so much. And who else? One more person was there. Was it Neeru? You?
No, sir.
Samira. Yeah. So Samira, and what do you feel like saying, Samira?
The same thing as Jannat, like I would have get more clarification if I did the first class, but it was okay. It's kind of what I learned in my business school. So
Okay, so but you were also able to understand those framework and all, which I was giving example with online marketing and all.
yes.
Okay, all right.
Sir,
Thank
I
you.
had a question.
Yeah,
I
go
just
ahead.
want to know because the routine that tomorrow are we going to have the class at the same time
Yeah,
or
so
where?
anything first I would recommend, if you are joining, please go through the description. You will get all the details. In case you are not getting there, please send the message over there in the group and you will get the answer. Okay, Jannat and
Okay.
Samira. And now I want to know from each one of you, new people gave me, I want to know from each one of you, how did you feel after this session? It was business analysis. Second day, was it more clearer to you? Because we are getting towards collaborating in a team and working in a team as well. Okay, so please go ahead and type those things, what you feel like saying in the WhatsApp group, and I'm going to personally review each one of yours comment inside WhatsApp group. All right, having said so, I want to also say thank you and good night to all of you. We'll
Yeah,
come back
Gustavo,
again.
Gustavo,
Yes.
you are the
Thank you, sir.
best.
Oh, thank you, James. Thank you. And
Yeah, the
so you are
best.
best student.
I
Yeah, someone is
must say,
asking. Yeah,
Also, wish everybody a happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day,
yeah, all the
friends. Happy
fathers,
Father's Day.
happy
God bless
Father's
you,
Day.
Happy
dude.
Father's
Happy
Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah,
I
happy
appreciate it.
Father's Day to all
Yeah,
of
from
you.
Gangster you were. Happy Father's Day. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Yeah.
Okay. So guys, any question if you had, please ask me.
sir, I must say, as I'm not IT person, but whatever giving example, that is really helpful for me, sir.
Thank you.
Because
Thank you so much, Dakshita. Appreciate that word. Yeah. Yeah.
thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you. You are welcome. And thank you, guys. We are going to meet again tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. EST. Until then, just keep dropping your messages and do the exercises, unsaid assignments. I want to see a quick unsaid assignment from you because there are a few new people. They will be able to relate that and they will be posting their assignment as well. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good
Sir.
night, sir.
Thank you all. Thank you all.